Alright, hello citizens of the Nigerverse. It is Niger here once again, and this is going to be another predictions video. What a year it has been in terms of events, and thus in terms of predictions. But I figured, you know what, partially because it's the next event, but I also figured that I would conclude everything the same way it began a year ago. So we truly have come full circle. This was the first predictions I did last year, and now it will be the last that I do for the year 2024. It's time for the second annual AEW Worlds End. Of course, we have our match card here. Now, this is technically ongoing because we do have the pre-show and the 0 hour, and so technically we see some of these already. We see Tony Storm defeating Layla Gray. The pre-shows matches I tend to gloss over anyway, but yeah, just worth mentioning that. But I also, this is probably gonna go up while the show is in progress. Sorry about that. It's gonna, this is gonna, be uploaded while the show is in progress. So this is at the time of this recording. These are my predictions at the time of recording. That being at 7:14. And why am I recording so late and so close to showtime? Well, I just woke up a few minutes ago, but so took a little mini nap. But nevertheless, I guess let's get right into it. Starting with well, technically we can't predict this match because it already happened. But then we have Jeff Jarrett versus QT Marshall. So QT Marshall, I guess, is officially back in the ring. He had the match against Big Boom, whom AJ at Full Gear on that pre-show. So now having a match against the Last Outlaw, Jeff Jarrett. It's admittedly not quite familiar with how this feud came about, but I'll predict that Jeff Jarrett is going to get the win here. And next up, an 8-man tag team action. And as the Outrunners team up with Top Flight against Leo Rush, Action Andretti, and the Murder Machines, that being Lance Archer and Brian Cage. So, Top Flight and Leo Rush and Action Andretti have kind of been at odds with each other. I guess, judged by this match, maybe having officially split it, but Leo Rush and Action Andretti have really been having disagreements with Top Flight, especially considering kind of going on their own and kind of getting success with that. As to this one, I think I'll go with the face team winning here. I could see the heel, I guess, quote unquote. I don't think Leo Rush and Action Andretti, if I'm not mistaken, are fully healed just yet. Although I think they're bordering on it because Leo Rush did accept kind of the invitation, and or I think an invitation was made from the Hurt Syndicate. But yeah, I'm gonna go with I am going to go with the face team here. Which, speaking of which, it's kind of weird. There's no Hurt Syndicate on the card, or considering it's a new team that's getting some traction, and very, very interesting. But next up, we have the first of two. We have the two Continental Classic semifinals. Well, it's interesting how they're having the semifinals and the finals on the same night. So at least two of these people will be pulling double duty, or at least one or two of these people will be pulling double duty. No, I had it right the first time. So two of these people will be pulling double duty. The first semifinal is Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher. Will Ospreay not really fully in the game, still enough to make it to the semifinals in terms of points and everything, but Ospreay having some of his confidence shaken by Kyle Fletcher, turning on him by Ricochet now, turning on him and kind of turning heel. So perhaps gut check time. As for this one, I wouldn't mind if Kyle Fletcher made it to the finals. I think him being built over in a big way, even having him beat Okada, which is pretty crazy. So I think it'll probably go to. So I think If Kyle Fletcher went all the way to the finals, I don't think too many people would be mad at it. But otherwise, I think I'm gonna go with Will Ospreay here, or just so he can face the next person, that being Ricochet. I think Ricochet is gonna get the win over Okada here. Or, Ricochet, which I could talk about his social media endeavors and everything, but I'm mainly choosing not to. We're talking strictly about Ricochet the character, not Ricochet / Trevor Man the person, and things you've been tweeting out. How sometimes going full heel goes a bit wrong, So, yeah. But otherwise, in terms of character, seeing Ricochet's character, seeing that evolving. I think they're gonna pull the trigger on this. Is now again similar to the previous one. I can feasibly see Okada winning here, especially because he is not technically he is the Continental Champion, and so I could see him going to the finals. But I think it is gonna come down to Ospreay versus Ricochet. Hey, again, they're gonna do the rubber match because I believe they faced off in the Hammerstein and Ballroom when AEW was there. But next up for the AEW International Championship, Konosuke Takeshita battles Powerhouse Hobbs. So, Hobbs came back from injury, is officially split from the Don Callis family. He teamed up with Ricochet against the Don Callis family, and so now it appears he's gunning for Takeshita and his International Championship. Admittedly, it's been a little bit since I watched an episode of AEW. I've mainly been catching some of the highlights, so I may be a bit in the dark about some of the storyline progression, and I do apologize. But as for this one here, while Hobbs, and I'm probably gonna be saying it quite a bit. I wouldn't mind Hobbs winning. Like Hobbs didn't get a whole lot of time with the TNT Championship. Let him win a mid card title and commit to it for a little bit. Like commit to him being a mid card champion. For a little bit, but I don't think he's going to. I think it is going to stay with Takeshita here. So I'm gonna go with Konosuke Takeshita getting the win. But next up for the AEW Women's World Championship in a Tijuana street fight, Mariah May will be battling against Thunder Rosa. AEW, who've been doing quite a bit of, it would seem, quite a bit of women's street fight nose qualification type matches lately, which is not a bad thing because it definitely worked for Nightingale and Statlander back at All Out. But Thunder Rosa challenging Mariah May. I don't think Mariah is dropping the title to Thunder Rosa. I think as Toni Storm's character evolves, because she is, doing the whole amnesia thing, I think it'll lead her back to challenging Mariah May. But as for this match, I am still interested to see how this match plays out. But I think I'm going to go with Mariah May here. Next up for the AEW Dynamite Diamond Ring, in a match a year in the making, as MJF battles Adam Cole. Now, I kind of mentioned it when I did my full gear predictions, and I'm going to do a dedicated video to it sometime in 2025. Not sure when, but I'm definitely going to because it's worth talking about. But oh boy, did they fumble this storyline quite a bit. Now, I know, it's, and I'm not going to talk about each aspect because I do want to save it for that video when it comes out, but it's a storyline I wish got, it's a storyline that I wish got more. Like, it got screwed up in a number of ways. One of that being injuries, which is out of AEW's control. Like, the things that were in AEW's control, the things that weren't didn't help the storyline, but the things that were, AEW, I think, messed up with it. But nevertheless, MJF is the heel. He's been kind of ducking Adam Cole, making Adam Cole and Roderick Strong jump these hurdles and hoops to get to him, the Dynamite Diamond Ring, or the Dynamite Dozen, I believe, Gauntlet match, I believe it was with Adam Cole. If I scroll up here, I think it says, yep, Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal. It came down to Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. Adam Cole had to beat Kyle O'Reilly in order to hit that match. So now he gets his match. He gets his revenge, quote unquote, on MJF. So will he? I think he will. I think I'm gonna go with Adam Cole here, or MJF winning the Dynamite Diamond Ring for 5 years in a row. I think having Adam Cole finally he put MJF in his place in a way, even though that's not how it should be, but nevertheless, that's how they're framing it. So I think Adam Cole's going to be the conquering babyface here to take out MJF and finally get the Dynamite Diamond Ring. And like I said, shouldn't be that way, but I'll get to it more when it comes time for the video. But yeah, I'm going to go with Adam Cole here. Beating MJF. Hopefully it will be a good match at least. I imagine this match will definitely be scrutinized. He's compared and contrasted to their match at All In, and so we'll see if they put on a better match than All In, because All In was a really, really good match. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Adam Cole here. But next up for the AEW TBS Championship, speaking of Statlander, she challenges Mercedes Moné. Chris Statlander took out battle Camille, who Camille has been fired as Mercedes Moné's his bodyguard, and so she was turned on. So I think she was like mysteriously attacked, if I'm not mistaken. And now it comes to Statlander challenging Moné for the TBS Championship. As for who I think is going to win here, I think, and here's that phrase again, Statlander. I don't think people would be upset with Statlander winning it. Mercedes Moné had a pretty solid, pretty lengthy title reign. Not always the most solid, but lengthy enough title reign. Held it since Double or Nothing. But I don't think. I think Camille's probably going to come back into the picture, unless Camille costs Moné the title ultimately, which I don't think too many people would be mad at that. But yeah, I'm going to go with Mercedes Moné getting the win here. Next up, in the finals of the Continental Classic, Kazuchika Okada or Ricochet will battle Kyle Fletcher or Will Ospreay. So if my predictions for the first two matches come true, and it is down to Ricochet and Will Ospreay, I think he'll probably have Ricochet get the win to build him up. Ricochet is obviously not joining the Hurt Syndicate, but part of me does want to see where this character goes. Just tell him to maybe cool it with the social media side of things. Maybe give him a manager. I think if he had a manager, it'd be a lot better. Ricochet, God bless him, not the best at promos, but that's what managers are for. So I think Ricochet probably should have joined the Hurt Syndicate. Maybe they'll change their mind. Who knows? But I think I'm going to go with Ricochet winning the Continental Championship here. Or I could see, and again, there's that phrase, I could see Ospreay getting the Continental Championship with all he's been through. But because you think about it from a kayfabe perspective, Ospreay's been through a lot. Had his friend turn on him, and had his kind of mentor turn on him, and had to deal with MJF and his shenanigans. And it has been a tough year for Ospreay. So I could feasibly see him winning it, but I think Ricochet will come out on top. And lastly, for the AEW World Championship briefcase, imagine if someone other than Jon Moxley wins this one, and you open it up and it turns out they lost the championship. I know that's not gonna happen, but could you imagine? But Jon Moxley defends against Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy, Hangman Adam Page, and Switchblade Jay White. So my predictions for Darby facing John here, it looks like those fell through. I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong. But kind of the story thread being throughout is that all three of the challengers are gunning for each other, and not united against the world champion, and Mox and the Death Riders kind of using that their advantage as Jon Moxley continues his quote unquote cleansing of AEW. Him and kayfabe being the one responsible for ending Rampage, I think was kind of an interesting move. Kind of an interesting choice here to have him be the one to quote unquote end Rampage. But ultimately, I don't think Mox is dropping it just yet. I don't think they're going any of these directions. I think they're probably going to stick with the Darby feud and have that carry into 2025. But yeah. So I think I'm gonna go with Moxley here. But I do kind of want to see how this match pans out. But also, I don't think I said this on camera before, but Renee Paquette, your husband is wildin'. Do something. And I'm surprised she hasn't been more of a factor in the storyline. And now they probably avoided it. Maybe they've had a convo about it. She didn't really want to be a part of it, but it is interesting that she hasn't yet. But yeah, so I'm gonna go with Mox winning here. As for what I think will be the strongest and weakest matches, is the strongest. Probably. I'd say probably the Continental Classic Final, or the World Championship match. The Women's World Championship match also looks enticing. And as for what I think the weakest is, maybe he one or two semifinals kind of just means to an end, but those are gonna be fun matches. And maybe also the TBS Championship. I don't want to bully the TBS Championship too much, but it's more so compared to everything else. But that is going to do it for these predictions. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we have officially come full circle. But if you did enjoy it, please do me a favor: like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and turn on post notifications. So every time I upload a video, so you can see this as it drops. And let me know in the comments below your thoughts on World's End. Who you think is going to walk out victorious? Let me know. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys later. Peace.